Freedom is the ability to choose what's best for us, to see the things that are in our way and to remove the things that are in our way so that we can choose the best thing. It's not freedom to do whatever we want. It's freedom to choose the best possible route. And that's what's so weird about us, right? I mean, as humans, it's so weird. Like we so frequently choose the path that's guaranteed to make us unhappy. Drugs, like most other things, they work until they don't. They work until they don't. And then once they don't, the question becomes, now what? And that's why it's worthwhile figuring out what methods you can use to actually solve the problems of your life. Are they, not just avoid them, and even if it is to avoid them in such a way that you can go back if you need to. In other words, drugs, like I said, little by little, they help you to forget those problems of life. But when you return, not only do you forget those problems, not only do those problems still exist, but you have a whole other set of problems as well. I have a very good friend of mine. She'll post things on Instagram all the time. Her life is just downward spiral, man. She's in the toilet. And she messages me frequently. Frequently. And she'll just say, my life's in trash. I'm spiraling. I know I am. She has an incredible job that she was not qualified for. And she luckily stumbled into it. And she makes, no joke, probably 3 times what most people her age are going to be making. And it's not just a job, it's a career. And it's something that she can actually learn a lot from. And she just got a DUI. She hit me up and she was just like, one more thing happened. And then she got a video of herself, as part of the discovery for the defense case of herself. And she actually had to see herself on the police cams, and the body cams, so she could hear herself, she could see herself. She was just like, I had no idea that I was like that. And she just sat there and was kind of wallowing in this. Can you guess what she did to help get over it? Yeah, she went back to drinking. Yeah. And she explains it as, well, it's not me, my friends are driving though, so I'm okay. But then she posted something, I just saw it this morning, she posted something last night, same idea, just kind of spiraling. And now she's not just sending me messages about that, she's posting it on her Instagram that she's spiraling like this. Why? What caused it all? What usually causes it? There's a guy. Someone cheated on her, broke up with her, made her question herself all around, had low self-esteem in the beginning to start with. And so it just kind of spirals from there. And so what I'm saying is that when you're finding the ways to cope with your life, make sure that there are things that are at the very least not going to make things worse. It isn't to say that alcohol doesn't have its place. I don't drink. I've only had alcohol once in my life, literally. But I know people who use it, who drink, they like it. It's their thing. It's just not my thing. But I know way more people who use it to an extreme. And so the point is that you kind of want to find something in your life that helps you to cope with the difficulties of life. Say it, as I always say it, to help cope with the sufferings of life. So that it's something that at the very least doesn't make your life worse. And hopefully once you can get control of something like that, now hopefully it's something that will make your life better, to help you actually solve those problems. Because the friend I'm thinking about right now, does it help her forget her problems? Yeah, but like everything else in life, there are no free lunches in nature. You can pay for it now, but you're going to go back to it. Now she has the problem of all the problems that she drank to get away from are still there, and now she also has the DUI problems. And nobody sets out one day and says, you know what? Today's a good day for a DUI. Let's go do this. It just starts off like any other normal Saturday night, and it ends up there. And it's interesting because you can sit there and go, oh, you're pretty lucky. You're lucky you didn't kill somebody else. And now what would your life look like? Talk about throwing everything away quickly. And this isn't a don't drink kind of a talk. All I'm saying is that the modes of it's like the way we entertain ourselves. Oftentimes the modes of our entertainment are the very things that will erode away at our critical abilities. In other words, the ways that we entertain ourselves make it difficult for us to appreciate higher levels of entertainment. In other words, it's difficult if you're frying your brain all day with a lot of jump cuts to then go to a museum and look at a painting and be enamored of it, because we can erode away those critical abilities. We talked earlier about the neuroreceptors. You can erode away at your ability to have freedom. It kind of goes back to what Omar was saying, that it takes away our reasoning. And once you lose your reasoning, you no longer have the ability to solve those problems in your life, because you're going to constantly be in survival mode. And you're not going to have the ability to think clearly. I mean, the very fact that people use those chemicals, what's it designed to do? It's designed to make it so that you don't think clearly. And if you don't think clearly, you can't solve those problems in your life. Is it a freedom to choose those things? Yeah, I suppose so, in some abstract way, but it'd be like, it's kind of like, should you have the freedom to sell yourself into slavery? Because there's a contradiction there. Because once you sell yourself into slavery, you no longer are free. So there are freedoms that you can choose that take away your freedom, which is a really weird contradiction. And so maybe the way that we should exercise our freedom is in ways that respect the freedom and actually expand the freedom. And what he's getting at here is that it's the ability to choose what's best for us. Freedom is the ability to choose what's best for us, to see the things that are in our way and to remove the things that are in our way so that we can choose the best thing. It's not freedom to do whatever we want. It's freedom to choose the best possible route. And that's what's so weird about us, right? I mean, as humans, it's so weird. Like we so frequently choose the path that's guaranteed to make us unhappy. We so often just we just go rushing headlong. Like the things that we think are going to make us happy, we go rushing headlong into harm through. And it's nothing that, in retrospect, we couldn't have seen coming. We knew it, but we still will invariably choose those routes that are guaranteed to make us unhappy. And then we'll kind of wallow and go, oh, woe is me, why? And it's worth considering. It's not that you don't know. It's not that we don't realize it. I just wonder how much of it is that we sit here so often and are just bored. And we're like cats, you know? You know what I mean by that? Like we're looking at our life and we're like, oh my God, there's this big problem in my life and now I have to solve it. There's always problems in our life. But there are problems that when we solve them, they'll make our lives better. And then there are problems that if we solve them, they'll bring our lives back to neutral, which is just kind of like a waste of time. And so maybe find the things that will, the problems that will once solved will make our lives better. Maybe. It's worth thinking about. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, critiques? Happy Tuesday-ish.